Danny,
Awesome.
what are best practices you can share being an SDR or BDR?
So one of the best practices I can share is, and this is what I've learned within the last year and a half being an SDR too. I never used any marketing pitch or any sales pitch. Let's say, for example, if you're one of my prospects that I'm trying to get a meeting with, right? I will email you or send you a LinkedIn message and also post send you like a relevant article. And at the same time, I'll see if you're gonna respond back to me. If things don't really go well, then what I'll do is I'm gonna use one of my favorite tools, which is called Sendoso. One of the reasons why I like to use that tool so much is because it allows me to really break through the noise. I know that a lot of prospects get a bunch of emails and LinkedIn messages a day. So send them a relevant message or send them a relevant article. And one of the things that I will do too is I will tell them, hey, Jeremiah, I know that you probably get a bunch of LinkedIn messaging every day, but this is one of the reasons why I'm reaching out to you. If this is a relevant article, I'll love to connect with you just to see if our product would be a good fit for you and your team. Is that fair? And if you can spare me 15 minutes, I'm more than happy to buy you lunch or coffee. Thank you again for just giving me the opportunity to connect with you. So that's one of the things that I would do, and I found a lot of success as an SDR. Personally, for me, because I got hired at Tiregraph as an inbound SDR, so I would nurture a lot of the webinars along with their events. Nurturing is all about sending emails, giving them a call, and just trying to give our prospects as much attention as we can. I tried to call a few times, but it doesn't really work. So I found a niche where I would read a bunch of Gong's content and I will see, hey, which word sounds more intriguing for the customer to respond back. And I will steal a few lines that Devin Reed will post. He's one of my favorite content creators from Gong. And I use some of his lines and it actually works because I'm putting emotions into my messaging, and eventually customers would actually respond back and take a meeting with me. And last but not least, if I was to add a prospect on LinkedIn too, I'll make a drift video. Show them, hey, Jeremiah, I'm not a robot. I'm actually a human being. This is me, you know? And I feel like a lot of customers like that because it shows more personalization. It shows like, hey, I'm not a robot. But that's definitely one of the best practices that I love to share.
What I like about what you shared is that you're looking to add value first before asking something, because I've received connection requests where it's really pitching right away. Can I book 30 minutes of that? Like, I don't even know you or what you have to offer, then you're already asking for my time. So I really like your approach of adding value first, really approaching them as a person, and then basically earning the right to ask for that meeting later on. Good stuff.
That was me before at my first SDR gig. I would be like, hey, Jeremiah, do you want to take 15 minutes with me? And the customer's like, who are you? I don't even know who you are. Yeah, but I started learning more. There's so much content now on LinkedIn where I'm like, all right, let me take a step back. Let me spend at least 5-10 minutes doing research. And one of the things I also try to do is I try to make sure my messaging is really short and simple so they can read it too. If let's say if I was to send you like a long paragraph, you're like, I'm not gonna read this, delete, it's too overwhelming for the customer, because I would try to put my shoes on their side too.
Follow-up question to that, since you are reaching out to potential customers, how long before you give up? Like if you reach out 2 times, they haven't responded, or you're like, move on. What's your personal take on that?
I'm very consistent. A lot of my peers and my managers can prove that. Let's say, for example, I've got to the point where I'm not going to give up until the customer either blocks me or responds back to me. Like, for example, last quarter, there is a VP that I've been trying to reach out to since March or April. He hasn't responded back to me. In the beginning, he responded, thanks for giving the article. And after he went dark with me, I would make a GIF video, show my face. I was having coffee and lunch, so no response until this one day, I was on Gong's website and I found a particular messaging. I believe it says, "Hey Jeremiah, I know that I've been harding you around for a few months, but just know that my intentions are good." And after that, he finally responded back to me to get a meeting with me. So I would say there's multiple touches that I do until I give up. So I think that touch was at least 7, 8 tries. But I got to the point where the customer finally blocked me. Then I was like, you know what? All right, it's time for me to go because I can't do anything no more. I'm very persistent because I know that it's a good lead, it's a good title, and I don't want to give it because he's not responding back to me. Maybe he's busy. And yeah, it's 50-50, but that was definitely one of my sweetest meetings that I've got for last quarter.